Okay. Ayin Zayin 77. A. Mishnah. Bas Chalal Zachar. A Kohen lives with a Grusha and they have a child. The child is a Chalal. And his puzzle, and if he has a daughter, right? Bas Chalal Zachar, Psulam Nakuna Loila. Any woman born from any of his sons or his grandsons, even after many generations, those women will be chalolas. However, Yisrael shenasa chalala. Let's say a Kohen marries a Grusha and they have a daughter, and she's a chalala, and a Yisrael marries her. So bito ksher lakuna. So his daughter, so the mother doesn't transmit the chalalus further. Only the son chalal does. And therefore the granddaughter, the bito, would be ksher lakuna. And the Mishnah repeats it, chalal shenasa bas Yisrael, bito psul lakuna. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, bas ger zachar, ki bas chalal zachar. A convert, a male convert, who has a daughter, is like the daughter of a Chalal Zachar. And therefore the daughter of the Ger will also be Pasal L'Kuhuna. If the father, the father's a Ger, the daughter will be Pasal L'Kuhuna. We'll see whether that's the halacha. Rabbi Yezer ben Yaakov Omer, Yisrael shenasa giyores, a Jew who marries a female convert, bito ksher lakuna, and the ger shenasa bas Yisrael bito ksher lakuna. So you see, Eliezer ben Yaakov argues with Rabbi Yehuda and says the daughter of a ger, whether the father is the one who's the ger, whether the mother is the one of the ger, the daughter is kosher lakuna. Listen to this. If both parents are gerim, the daughter is pasul. And this is the halacha is like Rabbi Yezer ben Yaakov, because mishnaso kavenoki. Therefore, the daughter of, if one of the parents are gerim, doesn't make a difference whether it's a father or a mother, the daughter is kosher l'kuhuna. If both parents are gerim, lechatchila, we don't marry the daughter to a Kohen. But if someone married them, b'di'evid, we don't force a divorce. That's an important halacha. It comes up all the time. Echad ger ve'echad avodim meshuchrorim. It's whether, it doesn't make a difference whether it's a convert or an eved that was freed, afilu ad asar adoros, even until 10 generations, their daughters will be pasul l'kuhuna, ajete imo Yisrael. So this is like Rabbi Yehuda, not like Rabbi Yezer ben Yaakov. Rabbi Yossi Omer av ger shenasa geros bito ksher l'kuhuna. Rabbi Yossi is even more lenient and says even if both parents are gerim, the daughter is fine. We don't paskin like Rabbi Yossi. We don't paskin like Rabbi Yossi. We paskin like Rabbi Yezer ben Yaakov. Now, when we said psula la'olam, what does that mean? We know a Mitzri, after 3 generations, they're kosher. So maybe here by the Bas Chalal Zachar, it goes away after 3 generations? No. Avkanami lachar shlosh doros. The halacha is a male halal who married a regular Yisraelis. His son and grandson, they're all halalim. But if a bas is born to any of them, and if a bas is born to one of those chalolim, where the father is the halal, then they can't marry a Kohen. But if a halal, that means if a Kohen marries a Grushin and they have a female halal who marries a Yisrael, and then they have a daughter, that daughter is kosher l'kuhuna. That's how the Rambam paskins and the Shulchan Aruch. Another important halacha. Then it says Yisrael shenasa halala. We said that the child is okay to marry a Kohen. Now the din of Tumah is malahalan scheirim v'lo nekeves. The isser for kohanim not to be metame to a mace. There's no din on female. A bas kohen has a din of staying away from it. It's only males. So by ruining your zera, it's only the zecharim whose zera is ruined. V'lo nekeves. Elameata, based on that, Biter shel Kohen Gadol. So Kohen Gadol marries an almana. The Torah says the child is a halal. Tishtari. Why shouldn't the daughter also should be able to marry a Kohen? So the Gemara says over there, Miksiv Bno. It doesn't say the Bno will be Machala. Zaro Ksiv. And a daughter is considered Zera. Because it says Lo Yechalel Zaro Ba'am. But the granddaughter, meaning if the Kohen Gadol with the Almana has a daughter, and the daughter has a daughter, then that will be already permitted. So, for the Gemara Bas Beno Tishtari, then why don't we allow a daughter of a son who's a halal? Ksiv lo yichalal zaro, make his zaro lo. Mahu bito psula. Just like by the Kohen Gadol, his daughter is pasul. Av bno, even a son of the Kohen Gadol, bito psula. So then, why did we say bas bito titzer? Why did we say that the daughter of his daughter could marry? We should say the same thing. Im king Gzeir Shava, but we had a Gzeir Shava, well, Yitamil Balba Amov, to teach me about the male, my hanile. So it's a hanile to permit the granddaughter. Then the Mishnah says, Halal Shanasa by Yisrael, Bito Psula. That if a halal, the daughter of a halal, even if he marries a regular Jewess, the daughter is still usher. Hatar Reisha, we already said that. Bas halal zachar p'somana kunaloyla. I did the Tana Reisha. Because the Reisha said Yisrael shenasa halala, where there we said there was a heter, Tana Misefa halal shenasa bas Yisrael, to make it symmetrical. Okay. Comes out Masnisen, the law Rav Dustoy ben Yehuda, the tiny Rav Dustoy ben Yehuda. Kashem shebnei Yisrael mikvatar l'chalalos. A female chalala who marries a regular Jew, so their children are now going to be normal children. There's no chalalos anymore, and the daughter is going to be kosher l'kuhuna. Kach b'nois Yisrael mikvatar l'chalalim. So too, the daughter of a halal would be kosher. So and our Mishnah is not like that. My time in Rav Dustoy Rav Yehuda, Amar Kra, Lo Yichalal Zaru Ba'amav, Ba'am Echadu de Mechel. It's only when the husband and wife both are halal. But B'shnei Amami Meinu Mechel. He said, if there's a hybrid, husband and wife, one is a halal, one is not, then there's no halalos. We don't paskin them. Rabbanon, Lo Yichalal Zaro, Ainli Elazaro, he atzma. It's not just the children that are chalalim, but a Kohen lives with an almana. She becomes a chalala. Because it was be'isr. How do you know minayin that she's pasul l'kuhuna? Amrit kal v'chomer. Mazar, the child, lo ava avera. The child didn't do any sin. Mischalel, he she'avra avera eino din shemischaleles. It's a kal v'chomer. She becomes a chalala too. The Gemara says, what do you mean? Who atzmo yochiach? Let the Kohen prove it. The Kohen also committed an avera. When it says a Kohen Gadol can't live with an almana, over avera, the ein mischalel. The din is, while the Kohen Gadol is married to the prohibited woman, he's not allowed to do that vote. But if he divorces her, she dies, he doesn't remain a permanent chalala. Because it only says lo yichalal zaro, not him. But somebody who marries, Rashi says, anosei noche baver pasul, unless he is mudar ana, or unless she dies or he divorces her. So why doesn't he, the fact that he doesn't become a halal, the woman also should not become a halal. So the Gemara says, that's not a malahu shekain ein mischal b'chol makom. No man becomes prohibited because of some kind of prohibited bia. A woman becomes a halachic zona through a prohibited bia. And if you're going to fight against this, I'll give you another proof. Amar Kra, lo yichalal zaro, lo yichulal zeh shayakoshav nischalal. The child was never kosher. He was a halal from birth. So that pasuk is only coming to teach me an Isha who was kosher, now had a bia be'isr, now she becomes mischaleles. So the Gemara wants to know mayim nafshe chaloyma. Now, before we go further, housekeeping. Tomorrow I'm teaching at 5:00. I can't teach. I'm taking my wife to the opera tomorrow. The
shul is a function.
The barber of Seville.
Young Israel has a function between 5 and 7 tomorrow.
What kind of function?
It's a solidarity with Israel, something like that. Hold on a second. It's a family night to stand with Israel.
At 5:00?
5 to 7.
Where, at the shul? At the shul?
At the shul, yeah.
Well, you tell me. You could go at 5:30.
Yeah, then okay. Then Michi's at 5:45. Whatever. Okay.
I can't teach later. Can't teach in the morning.
And a little earlier than
what
5.
time we're gonna learn?
5:00.
5:00. I don't know if I can make. Okay, I'll get the recording.
Yeah, I can do it till 5:30. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it from 5 to 5:30.
5:30.
Unless you want to start at 4:45.
We could start 4:45.
Okay, better. Yeah.
Okay, 4:45.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do 4:45.
Okay. Shkoyach Yoni.
The chitema ikela mifrach. Malazar sheken yitzirasu bavera. Maybe you can't learn to the woman because zera occurred through a avera. Amar Kra lo yichalel lo yichulal zeh shayakosher v'nischalel. It's only referring to somebody who was kosher and then became not kosher. It's only the woman. The child is not kosher from birth. Torah. Ezewi chalola. How do you define a chalal? Kol shenolda min apsulim. Anyone who was born through a psul. Now, my psulim, ilem psulim lo, that the woman is somehow prohibited through a relation. So hare machzer grushasa, right? A man is allowed to remarry his divorced wife as long as there's been no intervening marriage. But if he does so, it's psula lo, but banak sheri. But the children are not chalolim. Tichsiv toeva he toeva vein banet toeva. So, what do you mean by psulim? So, Amr Avinu Hachi Kamer Ezoi Chalala Kol Shenodam in Psul Kahuna. That means it's not regular psul by Yisraelim. It means a Kohen marrying a grusha, a Kohen marrying a chalutza, a Kohen gadol marrying an almana, and nolda in. So l'chora, you become a chalala only through birth. Afraid to more lo nolda lo are almana grusha zona. An almana or a grusha who lives with a Kohen, shall no nolda. There was no birth. The kavi chalal, but they become chalolim. Amar Rav Achi Kamar, Ezer chalala muskeres, shlohaya lo shasa kosher klal. Who is a chalala that was even from their birth was possible as a halal from minute one? Kol shenolda min psul kahuna. Anyone born from someone that a Kohen can't marry. My muskeres, what do you mean? What do you mean muskeres here? Chalala muskeres. Amar Rav Yitzchak bar Avin, hachi kamer. Ezoi chalala sheikar medivrei Torah vein tzrichin lefarish. Where the Torah says chalala, and there's no reason. No. And vein tzrichin lefarish medivrei soifrim kol shenolda b'psul kahuna. It's all straight midaraisa. Torah rabbanon. Almana, Kohen Gadol marries 3 almanas in a row. Eino chayev ela achas. You only chayev malchus one set. Similarly, he marries 3 grushas. Grusha. Eino chayev ela achas. Now, but what if he married one woman who was an almana and a grusha and a chalala and a zona bisman shein kaseder? Meaning, a woman was married and her husband died. So she became an almana. Then she remarried and the guy divorced her. So now she's a grusha. And then through that, then she married a Kohen. So a Kohen marrying a grusha makes her a chalal as well. And since it was a bia be'isr, she was made a zona. So these things happen in the right order, because that's how the Torah writes it. Almana grusha v'chalala zona. So then, this woman who has 4 of these defects, I'm sorry, the last one, the zona is when a goy lived with her. Chayva kolachas v'yachas. He would get 4 sets of malchus with 1 bia. Aval im zinsa, but if she first slept with a goy, v'achachach nischalala. And then a Kohen who lives with her, since she's a zona, makes her a chalala. And then she becomes divorced and married another person and became v'nis armlet and then became a widow. Eino chayv elachas. If it doesn't follow the seder, you're only chayv 1 set of malchus. Amar Mar, almana and chayv elachas. Hi almana 3 times hechidami. Ilay mishabal shalosh almanas. That means he lived with 3 women. He slept with them, not married them. Almanas Ruvain, Almanas Shimon, Almanas Levi. There was a widow of Ruvain, and a widow of Shimon, and a widow of Levi, and he slept with the 3 women. He slept with 3 different people. So we'll pick this up tomorrow. So 4:45, we'll continue this interesting sugya.
Okay, Shkoyach.
Oh, yeah.